Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on here and say I am sorry that there's only 4 recipes on there this week. I decided Monday night that I wanted to do a breakfast video. And so I wanted to put it up on Friday, so I knew that I could either wait a week and then start filming on Saturday and do that, or I could just film 4 breakfasts, go ahead and put it up because it's still 4 breakfast ideas, and do that. So I decided to go ahead and do that instead of just waiting a week and starting on Saturday, which is tomorrow because today's Friday. So I want to apologize for there only being 4 recipes on here, but you know, we only had 4 breakfasts. So there will be more on next Friday's video because I want to do breakfast videos every Friday, kind of like dinners every Monday. So I do apologize for that, but it is kind of just what it is. But there will be a full week of breakfast videos on next Friday's video. So I wanted to say that and get that out there before anyone asks, why do you only have 4 videos or 4 recipes? Let's get into this week's recipe, shall we? So today I'm going to be making crepes, and I'm going to do whipped cream cheese with a blueberry reduction on them, and they're going to be sweet crepes. I decided to do like a what's for breakfast video too, because I don't really see a whole bunch of them, and I thought it was really neat to do that as well. So I'm going to show you how to make these. And there's breakfast for today. Blueberry crepes, and I just used the already fully cooked sausage patties, the Great Value ones, for that. So today is Wednesday, and for breakfast today I am making air fryer bagels and scrambled eggs. So these bagels are really simple. It's a cup flour and a cup of plain Greek yogurt. It's a cup of self-rising flour and a cup of plain Greek yogurt. Now, I don't have self-rising flour because you can actually make your own self-rising flour. It's super easy. So all you need to do to turn regular all-purpose flour into self-rising flour is for every cup of all-purpose flour, you add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a half a teaspoon of salt. So like I said, it's every cup. So if I was doubling this and I'd have 2 cups of flour, I would have a teaspoon of salt and 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Mix. Stonyfield organic Greek is what I'm using, or I use Fryer yogurt. And then you add your yogurt, a cup of Greek yogurt. And I don't particularly prefer the taste of Greek yogurt by itself. I always put like frozen fruit or honey in it to kind of help mask the taste. But these don't taste like Greek yogurt at all. Thank you, Princess. Dump. And you want to knead it until it just comes together. So it won't take very long. Just basically until it comes together, there's no crumbs. You might have to add a little bit of extra flour, but you shouldn't have to add much. Just like this. And then at this time you want to start preheating your air fryer. Preheat it at 330 degrees for 2 or 3 minutes. It doesn't take long. If you're gonna add any type of topping, definitely do an egg wash, which is just egg and a tiny bit of water, because this will give your topping something tacky to hold on to. If you're gonna do like everything but the bagel seasoning or cinnamon and sugar or just salt, or even just to get a nice like brown crispy crust, I would definitely recommend doing this. And then everything but the bagel seasoning, I'm gonna do it on 2 of them. And you wanna do 330 for 10 minutes. So the chia pudding is really simple. I don't measure anything really. I just kind of throw stuff together until it looks good. So I'm gonna start off with mine. I'm gonna do chocolate and peanut butter for mine, and then peanut butter and jelly for Sean's. A spoonful. And I also love vanilla, so add a lot of that. Tiny splash of almond milk. I'm going to use ground flaxseed. And if you do put too much in there, it will get kind of bitter. So do not put too much in there. I made that mistake. Coconut sugar to kind of counteract how bitter the chocolate is. A little bit of honey because it's good for you if you have seasonal allergies. Local raw honey is the best thing you can possibly get for seasonal allergies. My dog is on high alert because I just opened the peanut butter. And then put it all in and mix it all together. Just go by how it feels, what you think you want. Now this is the only part that I measure. For a container this small, I do about 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And since these do have to sit for at least 4 hours, and I'm not about to get up at 2 a.m. and make this, then I always do it overnight. Almond milk. Now, of course, the more liquid you put in there, the more runny it's going to be. The least liquid, or the less liquid you put in there, like the thicker it'll be. If you want a really thick consistency, I wouldn't put a whole lot of liquid in there. So this is kind of the perfect consistency for me. Then put a lid on it. Squeeze out the air. Stick it in the air. Or stick it in the fridge. I'm smart. Okay, next we're going to do Sean's. Now his is a little different because I do have to use an immersion blender on his to blend up the peanut butter and jelly before I stick it in there, make it like a puree. So I'm going to do that at the very end and add it in. Honey, because again, it's good for you. And it's good for seasonal allergies. And again, if you have kids, they can, like kids under 1, they cannot have this since it has honey in it due to the botulism risk. Ground flaxseed. Ooh, that's a little. Just a tad bit of maple syrup. I'm just doing enough to kind of get his on the sweeter side and kind of counteract the bitter taste of the flaxseed. Since he does not have chocolate in his, he just has the jelly and the peanut butter. Grape jelly, because that's his favorite. And with this mixture, a little bit does go a long way. or a little bit of milk. Add that back in, the liquid PB&J. And his is gonna be a little, he's gonna have a little more than mine, because this has to hold him over until lunch, whereas I can just snack all day long if I want to, if this doesn't fill me up. I'm gonna add another scoop of chia seeds, because it is a little runny. Now you can taste at this point, I've done this so much that I know what's good in it. You don't always need a recipe to make good food. Put them in the fridge and then eat them the next morning, and there's breakfast. So today is Friday. I just kept it really simple, which is some oatmeal. I added brown sugar and cinnamon to mine, and then we just did regular white sugar for Sean's. My grandma actually one day surprised me with this when I was a kid. I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade or something like that. And she surprised me with the brown sugar and cinnamon, and I've been eating it like that ever since. Oh, and just a little tip, if you put some butter or margarine, I use margarine, in the bottom of your oatmeal, it makes it this creamy consistency, and it is so good.